The backstory on Global Lift Collective is we've had a really robust relationship with all of the Global Lift partners for well over a decade. And after years of just spending time together, traveling together, seeing the remarkable work that they do in the field, the big question became, what would it take for every church to have access to the tools and resources, the full toolbox that this group of partners has to offer?
It was relationships that got the Global Lift Collective started, and it was relationships between church leaders that led to, man, what could we do together that we are not doing right now that would help the church to grow?
We have always cared about the global church. We really believe that the local church is the hope of the world. And we want to do everything that we can in the most effective ways to come alongside the local church. It made sense for us to start talking about who our partners were, what we were focused on, how we were coming alongside local churches there.
And then after time started to pass, we started to see interest from nonprofit organizations to jump in and say, yeah, we want to be a part of that.
It was actually the NGO partners that said, we can't work on these things everywhere, so we need to pick a place where we can actually learn how to collaborate more effectively. And so they selected Malawi initially, and then soon after we added another focus as well in Central America, Honduras, El Salvador, Guatemala. So over the course of about 3 years, all the Global Lift partners working in those areas just began to build the muscle, the capacity, the skill set to coordinate their efforts.
And what we found out is yes, actually, in fact, we are better together. And if we do put our resources together, we are able to equip more churches.
And that really is what has led to this structure called Global Lift Collective that we've put together to be sustainable, to have the capacity to really grow, to invite many additional church partners in the US and the UK and Canada to be a part of this growing community so that we can really resource what's happening and learn together, grow together. That's what the Global Lift Collective has become.
So we have a US team of people that are supporting this work, and we have teams in Malawi and Central America that are led by local indigenous leaders that are really experienced in this type of work. And so everything the Global Lift Collective does is driven by local teams that are on the ground working with the people, the pastors, and the communities that are currently being transformed.
The ultimate vision is we want to see as many churches as possible, maybe every church, that wants to have the tools and resources to play a role of transformation in its community, to have access to all that they need to play that role. And the only way to do that is to coordinate, to work together.
There's this wonderful side effect of being a part of collective action is learning from one another. So when we have the opportunity to go to the field, to visit churches, we learn from churches in Malawi, from churches in Central America.
We want to be a part of a community that we're being influenced by so that we become better as a church at caring for our own community because of the example we see from partners around the world and our friends and colleagues even here in the US.
I truly believe that the Global Lift Collective could be the most impactful thing that our church has ever been part of. So when I dream about the future, it goes beyond just Malawi and Central America. I really believe that if organizations work together, and if we all come together to equip local churches with the tools they need to transform their community, that is something that can happen at every single local church around the world.
We would love to have you join the Global Lift Collective because it's going to take more than just a few of us to capture the vision that God is starting to build through the Global Lift Collective. And we need your relationships, your resources, your voice to be able to grow this thing bigger.
We can't do it by ourselves. And we need different churches, different partners, different individuals who, there's something about this that draws them in and says, I want to be a part of that. So if you're feeling that, we need you. That's enough of a draw to become a part of this. We can't do it by ourselves. So come join us.